Hello, party people. Um, been doing some thinking. I know that's not a good sign. Never a good thing when I'm doing some thinking. To make a long story short, I'm not quitting the game. Let me emphasize that. For the majority of Genshin Impact, I'm probably gonna stop whaling. This comes as a decision that I've struggled with for a decent amount of time because, like, I look at my characters. I understand that power creep is inevitable, but I think I can make it because my primary team is my main DPS with the 3 Archons, and then I have a secondary team with my other main DPS, the 3 Archons. I feel like I can beat the game essentially with that. Um, I know that's looking way too far ahead, but let me punch some numbers for you. All right, let me get my calculator out here. So I'm at like what, like 3 on a pity for the character event. I do have the guarantee because I did get Mona recently, and if I really wanted to, I could get Yamiko, and that would cost probably around. See, so usually I don't like to talk about the price of these things, but worst case scenario, worst luck in the world, it would cost around, emphasis on around, $150, and that's not including the weapon from the weapon banner, which is also more extremely volatile. Okay, this came as a decision to me to a number of factors. Um, I'm probably gonna stream the game now, and not worry about spoilers, because that's why I didn't stream as much of the game as I could have, because I didn't want I wanted people to watch for the content, not necessarily the content they're gonna experience anyway just by following through the game. I thought that would be boring for some people, so I tried to put different spins on different things and just. I mean, everyone does the wishing videos because like those are somewhat the most entertaining, and they get views even as a small streamer like I am. If you look at the big names, like you could YouTube or Google these names. The wishing videos do get views. It's the whole gambling aspect of it. The gotcha gambling. So okay, let's try this. Worst case scenario with the weapon banner, right? It would take about, worst case scenario, around 300 to 400. Worst case scenario, it could take like 100 and be done, but that is also based on chance. And I didn't really share this with anyone, but I thought I had a theory before that the Spiral Abyss is eventually gonna get to 3 teams. Right now it's at 2. So if I am I prepared to make 3 teams? They might not be the best in the world, but I think I could have a main team for the hardest parts, and then 2 sub teams for the somewhat more specific parts. Because right now there's Inspire Abyss floors 9 through 12, right? There's 2 chambers per floor. There's 4 floors. Wait, did I get that right? No, there's there's 6 chambers total on 1 floor, and there's 2 teams. So every team is gonna have to do one, at least 3 chambers. And floors 9 and 10 are pretty easy to fully get the maximum reward out, or 9-star as they call it, per floor. Uh, I foresee there being a 13th floor and to whatever, and having there be like 2 chambers per team. So still 6 chambers total on 1 floor, but now there's 3 teams involved, and there's those 3 teams each do 1 battle, one chamber, alternate, 1 chamber, alternate, etc., until 3. So basically, it will be the same thing, 6 chambers, except there's instead of 2 teams, there's now 3 teams. Um, that's just my theory. That I went on a little bit of tangent about that, but okay, you know what? Like, I'm looking at my analytics here, right? And let's be real here. Like, the Genshin Impact videos do not exactly do as well in terms of views, likes, comments, whatever. Typically, they do not do as well. Are there people on this channel who do want Genshin Impact content? Do they want it to be the latest so they could see if they should roll for a certain character or whatever? That's what I've been doing since I reviewed this game in November 2020 after playing somewhere around some part of October to no, excuse me, November. At that point, I was whaling on a continuous basis until I got everything I wanted to. And when that happened, I was only whaling on new content, like a new character, new weapon, and just doing a story mode with it. Like, okay, so the video I just made, the Vanquisher versus the Homa, it's gotten 22 views, which is good. It's not great, but at least it's in the double digits, right? Now, when you look at something like my gambling problem, or the problem with gambling video, right? It's got 82 views and 2 comments and 7 likes. You look at the Vanquisher versus Homa, like I said, has 22 views, 0 comments, and 1 like. I just feel like I'm investing money into a portion of my channel that used to be more important. What I realized what I was doing was Genshin Impact used to be the main focal point of this channel with other stuff around it. So everything else on the channel revolved around Genshin Impact in some way. Or either the outskirts of that circle or other topics, other playlists I do have right now. It's just, I don't know, it's just I don't feel the need to roll for like Yaimiko or Ayato, who's coming out later. I questioned whether in the past if I should just focus on the Archons. Now, are the Archons some of the latest characters that it will take the longest amount of time to come out? Probably. Because they're dependent on every region for the statues of the 7. So there's essentially 4 more Archons out there. So I have my 4 team with Diluc and the 3 Archons currently. And eventually I have 4 Archons. Hopefully that one of those 4 Archons will be a main DPS, hopefully. Now, I want the channel in the center with all the other topics around it. And I brought up the gambling video because if I'm going to spend around $150 on a gacha game, I sort of rather spend it at least trying to win money with online gambling. Because as we established in that past video, I can use whatever winnings I get, assuming I'm getting, on whatever I want. Genshin Impact is limited to the world of Genshin Impact. So that's my only concern. I will show you guys this. Just in case no one believes me, this is friggin' from the vault, right? So this was like I said when I was AR50 of all things. Not even 55, but AR50, a Genshin Impact review as of November 27th, 2020. Now, that's me with long hair, a different setup in this room clearly, and it it was a different time for this channel. Let me put it that way, and a lot of things were different. Uh, but I look back on this, and it's just like, has the novelty of it worn off? I have about, starting tomorrow when Yaimiko drops, I'll have about 3 weeks to decide if I want to roll for her. I don't think those 3 weeks are going to make a difference. Like, as much as I wanted my account to be up to my standards, or even as perfect as possible without breaking the bank too much, I don't know. But as of right now, I do not see myself rolling for any other characters besides the Archons. It does sadden me, but from a financial perspective, this makes a lot of sense. I mean, like, I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel bad. Like, I'm letting certain people from the channel down, that I'm not going to be able to provide you this with this Genshin Impact content. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but that's me with long hair over there. I know you can hardly see it, but it was long. So, like, I highly doubt I'm gonna lose that many subs from this video stating that I'm not gonna, go balls to the walls wailing again. But you never know. I mean, that shouldn't be a concern of mine. But for this hobby of streaming, of vlogging, in the long run, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. I'd rather make more interesting videos like the gambling one, I want to make more Thirst Trap videos. I want to make some videos based on astrology, stuff like that. Random stuff like that. Just like the randomness of the channel. I don't really have that much to say about Genshin Impact left over. Of course, I'm going to play the new content. I have like 16 days left on my Woken Moon. I could get the Battle Pass again, which is surprising that it's coming out after almost every patch, which is, I think, is kind of excessive, but resources are resources. Excuse me for a second. Like, I don't want to say it feels like I'm letting people down, but did anyone really subscribe to this channel because I was wailing on Genshin Impact? Did anyone actually subscribe for that reason? I apologize if you did, because it's not that I can't afford it, it's that I don't want to afford it, because I'd rather be using this money on something arguably more fun and arguably cheaper. Just saying, because like $150 in 3 weeks on a hobby, the hobby being Genshin Impact, I feel like that's a bit excessive, especially when I do like to do the weapon banner. But again, like I said, that's a big gamble. So now the last thing I want to conclude with is this. I did download and install Lost Ark. It appears to run okay so far. It takes a long time to load, and the after starting the app, the game, it takes a really long time to boot up. But other than that, I haven't like faced an intense like area of like a lot of action, a lot of graphics going on, so I don't know if it lags yet. To be 100% honest, it looks like a really good game, but I can't deal with the mouse and keyboard controls anymore. Like, once I started using a PlayStation controller, like, it's just not appealing to me. I understand that I can learn it eventually and get used to it, but I'm not sure I want to. That is, Lost Ark is a free-to-play game. I assume there's just like cosmetics, maybe some pay to win stuff, quality of life stuff. I equate this game similarly to Path of Exile in terms of how it was laid out and whatnot. The thing about Path of Exile though is on PlayStation 5. At the time, the PlayStation 4. I wonder how it runs on the 5 right now. No, I'm not going down that rabbit hole again. I'm trying to go down as few rabbit holes as possible right now. And the only one that remotely interests me to a high degree is online gambling. Now I wish so much that that it was illegal, that it was allowed for me to stream my online gambling. I think that would be awesome. Personally, I think that would be some great content. I think I could flip out when I lose and like all this other shit like that I do internally right now. But like sometimes it becomes external a little bit, and I think that would make some for some good viewing. But my channel is not all casino action. I mean, I don't have connections. I don't have approval from casinos. I for now it's not gonna happen. Let me put it that way. Yeah, probably not gonna roll for Yaimiko. I'll try to get as many constellations as I can for Raiden Shogun, but her being one of the Archons, but it's not a priority. That it does give me time to save, but I need 4 more constellations with her. That's potentially as worst luck in the world. That is around $400 to $600. Now, what did I say about gotcha games? So if you didn't believe me back then, look up some of these prices. Look up some of the other big name streamers, Twitchers out there for Genshin Impact. This is not a cheap hobby by any means. So basically, because I was gonna spend $100 at least on tomorrow, like Tuesday night, of course, when her character is released and the wonderfully new content is available. I was like I said, I was gonna drop her on $150, and I can use that 100 now, possibly the entire 150 on online gambling, because at least with online gambling, I have a chance of making more money. Apologies. But yeah, I mean, like, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, this video has probably gone on a little bit too long. But I hope you guys understand in terms of why I'm not gonna whale anymore. Let me make it clear. I'm not abandoning the game. I want to see how the game ends, no matter what means I might take without costing money. But this perfect account is not going to be perfect anymore. It wasn't close to perfect before, but it was a beast. Like I said, my account is a beast, and as more characters come out who are not quote unquote necessary, who are not that influenced by power creep, there's no reason for me to get them. I mean, I've spent enough money on this game. I feel like I'm at a level where I can take on the majority of the challenges in this game. I want to say I'm in a good place, but I do feel a bit saddened that this isn't gonna happen anymore. But yeah, who knows? If I make a whole bunch of money off Mississippi Stud, maybe I'll put some of that money aside for Genshin. But with the way online gambling goes, it's very expensive entertainment, and usually that's a losing expense. All right, guys. Just look at the past Genshin Impact videos. You could do a channel search on the bracket AR, and you don't have to close the bracket. Just the AR stands for adventure rank. The bracket is that little, it's like a parentheses, but it's more like a bracket. And just search for it, and you will see that continuously, even before the channel got that little jump start it got, those videos never got a crazy amount of views. And like I said, I rather make content more interesting that could appeal to more people rather than just Genshin Impact for essentially PC and PlayStation users. That's it. And mobile, I guess, if you want to call mobile the same thing. Anyway, no, I'm not dissing mobile. I'm just saying it's mobile or whatever. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other and your wallets. How about that? All right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.